A crack of thunder echoes over a distant megacity. It's New Year's Eve, 2099. Neon lights flicker in the rain as crowds gather beneath towering skyscrapers. High above, surveillance drones hum quietly, watching a world utterly transformed. In a war room deep underground, a network of supercomputers monitors humanity's fate. The final moments of the 21st century are being written, and the question driving decades of rivalry is about to be answered. Who will be the next global superpower? To glimpse that future, we need to return to our present. In 2025, power on Earth stands at a tipping point. The United States remains a long-standing superpower, wealthy, militarily dominant, and innovative. But across the Pacific, a rival has risen at astonishing speed. China. Its economy exploded from a fraction of America's to nearly matching it today. Some forecasts predict China's share of global GDP could soar to 27% by 2100, a shift not seen since the United States overtook the British Empire. And Beijing's ambitions stretch far beyond economics. Through sprawling infrastructure projects and a rapidly expanding navy, China is positioning itself to dominate the Pacific, and perhaps the world. But another contender is quietly moving into position: India. Its population has surpassed China's. Its workforce is young, ambitious, and tech-savvy. By mid-century, India is projected to reach nearly 1.7 billion citizens, and could rival or even surpass America's economy by 2100. With nuclear power, a growing space program, and deep investments in technology, India is no longer an emerging player. It's becoming a giant. Meanwhile, the European Union stands as an economic heavyweight, home to over 450 million people and a combined $20 trillion economy. But political divisions, aging populations, and strained unity limit its ability to dominate on a global scale. Russia, once the heart of a superpower, faces decline. Its shrinking population, fragile economy, and over-reliance on natural resources threaten its influence. Its vast nuclear arsenal ensures relevance, but many predict Russia will drift into the shadow of a rising China. Three nations emerge as frontrunners: the United States, China, India. Yet the game of global dominance is changing because technology is rewriting the rules. By the late 2020s, a new arms race ignites, not of missiles or tanks, but algorithms. Artificial intelligence becomes the crown jewel of innovation, the ultimate force multiplier for economies, militaries, and influence. China launches a sweeping trillion-dollar strategy to dominate AI and high-tech industries, embedding intelligent systems into factories, transit networks, and nationwide surveillance grids. The United States counters with its strengths: Silicon Valley, open innovation, and private enterprise. American tech giants lead breakthroughs in AI chips and machine learning, while universities draw talent from across the globe. By the 2030s, the race is neck and neck. Every breakthrough in AI, quantum computing and automation, pushes humanity closer to a world where power belongs to whoever leads in intelligence, human or otherwise. But what if the unexpected happens? Some projections warn of a critical turning point in the 2040s. China's rapidly aging population could stall growth, draining trillions from its economy and forcing Beijing to choose between maintaining dominance abroad or stability at home. At the same time, the United States faces a different challenge. Automation could erase millions of jobs, testing its political system and widening social divides. A divided America risks losing the one weapon that has always kept it ahead: unity. Fast forward to 2050. Earth's population surges past 9.7 billion. Cities once called megacities evolve into metacities of 40 to 50 million people. Lagos, 2050. The streets thrum with drones carrying packages overhead. Self-driving buses glide past holographic billboards. A billion smartphones light up as Lagos becomes one of the largest economies in Africa, a prize every superpower is racing to claim. The balance of humanity tilts sharply south and east. Africa's population more than doubles, reaching 4.3 billion, nearly matching Asia's 4.7 billion. Nigeria overtakes the United States in population, becoming the third largest nation on Earth. Its booming workforce and abundant natural resources turn it into a critical battleground for influence, with the US, China, and India competing to invest and control emerging markets. By the 2060s, the world no longer revolves around three powers. A new bloc begins to rise. Southeast Asia becomes a critical crossroads. Singapore and Jakarta transform into AI-driven mega-hubs, connecting trade between the Pacific and Indian Oceans. Jakarta, 2063. Inside a towering vertical city, AI-controlled elevators zip between hundreds of stacked neighborhoods. Data flows like oxygen, while negotiations between superpowers happen in augmented reality conference halls above the clouds. Brazil, meanwhile, harnesses its unmatched access to rare earth metals, forcing superpowers to negotiate on its terms. Resource-rich nations, once exploited, now control the chessboard. The race for dominance has evolved into a complex web of alliances and rivalries. No longer just US versus China, but clusters of power stretching across continents. Then, the planet itself begins to fight back. Climate change moves from a distant concern to an immediate crisis. By 2066, heat waves blanket regions like South Asia. With temperatures once thought impossible, water wars erupt, agriculture collapses, and AI-driven systems are deployed simply to keep cities alive. 2066. Tanker drones drop desalinated water over a sprawling city gripped by drought. Crowds swarm distribution hubs under the relentless sun, as governments deploy AI to predict the next flash flood before it wipes out entire districts. Rising seas swallow coastlines. Entire island nations vanish beneath the waves. Wildfires, hurricanes, and mass migrations reshape political boundaries and power dynamics. And yet, amid chaos, opportunity emerges. Nations leading in renewable energy, climate engineering, and adaptation technologies rise in prestige. For the first time, cooperation becomes as valuable as competition. By the late 21st century, the definition of superpower has evolved. China commands the largest economy. India wields demographic dominance and technological prowess. The United States remains an innovation powerhouse, anchored by alliances and cultural influence. Together, they form an uneasy trio. The Big Three at the top of a transformed world order. But shadows linger. AI, now deeply woven into governance and defense, quietly shapes human destiny. In some nations, algorithms make decisions faster than any human government ever could. And by 2095, whispers spread of autonomous AI networks that no longer wait for human approval because they no longer need it. Who truly holds power at century's end? Nations, or the machines they've built? Fireworks light the skies from Beijing to Washington to New Delhi. It's January 1st, 2100. Humanity has arrived at a new era. But the story is far from over. Because the real question isn't just who rules the world, it's whether we're ready for what comes next.